with cheese, so I make something out of nothing. I don't want no fever. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and break my neck to get that check. I deserve some respect in this motherfucker. I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favors. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and I break my neck to get that check. I deserve some respect in this motherfucker. 2 years removed from high school, start getting on my grind and applying my dues to the organization running the game. I choose to create a lane and to make a motherfucking move. Funny how I got keep it on the spot flowing, lasting long and then a lot of you niggas coming and going. Every day you let me see, I'm a key nigga that's showing. Eating if the rain else needed, if it's snowing from the middle of the night to the middle of the day, from the dusk to the dawn, I'm about that dough, nigga. Ain't about to be poor, I'ma keep performing on foes with dominant clothes while you motherfuckers going broke behind these hoes, nigga. She like it when I'm humming, I like it when she like a lot of kids and I like a lot of food. She like it when I'm humming, I like it when she took and she like a lot of kids and I like a lot of food. And she like it when my eyes roll when I put the clutch and I like a squirting on me, so I keep making the buzz and go down. But every time I make a nut, I keep a buzzing. Got enough for you, you're hungry and a nut. And did it back to get your money with my brother. I want cheese with cheese, so I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favors. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and break my neck to get that check.
What it is, what it do. Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on that like button and jump in the comment section. What's happening with it? Who we got in the building? Dwayne Freeman, what's happening with it? Mo 91, what's good with it? Sylvester 2011, what's happening with it? Phil J 508, what's good? Devin Blocker, what's happening with it? SWAT TX, what's good? Mike Ryan, what's happening with it? Coming in from that Trenton, New Jersey. Cassandra Mason, the queen in the building. Rolling Red, what's happening with it? Yeah, we almost there, y'all. We almost there. We got the press conference today, and we cooking. We cooking today once again. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, what's happening with it? He says he done more studying and made more picks. I'll text you now. Yeah, let me know. EJ J King, what's happening with it? John Bailey 88, what's happening with it? Siobhan Raging, what's happening with it? Dundada 555, what's popping with it? Okay, knockout. I'm gonna check for the video you bring out. I want to hear what you got to say on there. I'm gonna check for that for sure. Cassandra, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that later on. Yep. I got my stuff out, but I ain't got them packed, so I'm gonna do that later on. I'm gonna finish packing later on. Terry Smoot, what's happening with it? Yeah. So y'all already know. Make sure that you smash the like button as you come in the building, and we gonna cook. We ain't gonna waste no time today. We gonna get right into it. So the first thing I do want to talk about is this, because I've been keeping y'all up on this Teofimo Lopez. The whole situation was going on, and now it looks like that Eddie Hearn is gonna pick up the bout between Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Eddie Hearn is gonna be promoting that bout now. Now, we already in October, so obviously the fight ain't gonna happen in October, because we know if Eddie Hearn is promoting an event, well, he gonna put on the full-on card and he gonna promote the event, right? Because Eddie Hearn is not in the business of just throwing some shit together and losing money. So, the soonest that this bout could take place is somewhere in November at the soonest. So Eddie Hearn is going to be promoting this bout. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like because, George Kambosos could be like, fuck that. I'm going to pull out all, I'm pulling out. But it looks like right now that Eddie Hearn is the next man up. So Teofimo Lopez, he fucked himself. He fucked because he thought he was gonna get paid the $4.5 million. Now, how it's gonna work out now? Eddie Hearn picks up the bout, and Teofimo Lopez only gets a percentage of whatever Eddie Hearn bid on the bout. So I believe, and Knockout might know, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in here might remember. I believe Eddie Hearn bidded either $3 million or $2 million. Cause I know Bob only bidded like a million or 1.5 million or something. I think Eddie Hearn bidded $3 million at the most. Cause I know Triller bidded $6 million. So Triller bidded $6 million. I think Eddie Hearn bidded like $3 million or something like that. So out of that $3 million, Kambosos got to get paid, and then Teofimo Lopez get a percentage of that. So Teofimo might come out making $1 million, a 1.5 million, nowhere near the 4.5 million he was gonna make. So he essentially, like I said yesterday, he fucked himself. Now he been sitting on the shelf for a year. Been sitting on the shelf for, by the time he get in the ring, he'll be out of the ring over a year. So it's like, man, in that time span, he could have got 2 paydays. You know what I'm saying? He could have got 2 paydays. He could have let old Bob do what he was gonna do, get probably 1.5 mil, out of the fight if he had stayed over there with Bob. The same amount or more than what he gonna get anyway, right? And then he could have had another fight before the end of the year. Now he gonna go, he only gonna fight one time in a year, and he only gonna make $1 million, 1.5 million, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. He fucked himself. I bet he learned now. Oh, he gonna learn today. And y'all smash on my like button. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Bob he gonna learn today. So Knockout said 3.2. Eddie Hearn, he bid it 3.2. That's what most people said in here. 3.2 mil. Terry Smooth said 3.25. Yeah, so 3.2 he bid, right? So out of that 3.2, like I said, he only gonna get a percentage of that, and then out of that bag, they still gotta pay Kambosos. That's the full fight purse. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he ain't Dundada 555 says Triller lost their 1.2 mil deposit and Teo gets 75%. He's still getting, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that's the way it works. I'm not saying he didn't. I don't know if that's the way it works, but essentially at the end of the day, the bottom line is Teofimo Lopez is still losing out on a lot of money because he could have fought twice this year. You know what I'm saying? He could have fought twice if he had to just, listen to Bob. He had to listen to Bob, let Bob go ahead and win the purse. They could have been put on this fight. Could have been put on the fight, would have been on ESPN, and we will be talking about Teofimo Lopez now going into his second fight for the year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Postman. So out of that 3.2 mil, right? That out of that 3.2 mil or whatever that Eddie Hearn, right, bidded for, you got to pay Teofimo Lopez, and he got to pay George Kambosos out of that. And out of that bag, y'all gotta remember, like my man just said, like Postman just said, Bob Arum get a percentage of that too. Bob Arum gets a percentage of that. You see what I'm saying? So he fucked himself. I bet he learned to sit his ass down next time somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? I bet he learned to sit his motherfucking ass down somewhere, right? And let Bob do what Bob do. Now, the thing is he fucked himself in more than one way. Because not only did he fuck himself out of, a bag, right? Out of what he thought he was going to get, if he had to just sit down, because obviously if you fighting twice in a year, you're going to make more. You know what I'm saying? That, and no telling what the second fight would have been. No telling who the second fight would have been. No telling how big the second fight would have been, right? But with all that said, he gonna learn, because check this out. Now, Teofimo Lopez has signed back with Top Rank in the midst of all of this. So I'm pretty sure he gonna be fighting for it's kind of like Bud was doing. He probably gonna be getting a guarantee every fight. But he ain't gonna get no more than he not now with all of this shit. And Bob can sit back and say, I told you ain't selling like that. Right? You should have listened. See what happened when you try to go off on your own. So now Bob has the upper hand on him. And the reason why I'm saying this is because whatever guarantee that Teofimo Lopez signed his contract for, now on down the road, if it's a big fight, Bob ain't got to pay him no more than that guarantee. Bob could be like, hey, shit, you see what happened last time? You couldn't sell. They couldn't sell the show. They had to continue to postpone it. No, you're going to get what you signed for on the contract. And I'm going to pocket the rest. So if you have a big fight with Devin Haney or whatever, you're going to get what you signed for. And that's it. I'm going to pocket the rest. And if you don't like it, well, then try to go on your own. I dare you to. I got you in contract. You already signed on the dotted line. You know better than to fuck with me. You know better. So, he fucked himself. He basically made a move. He put it all out on the line. And it was like, if it don't work out, I ain't got nowhere else to turn but to go back to Bob. And now I have to really, really listen to Bob. I can't sell the media and sell Bob on, well, I'm worth this and I'm worth way more than what you giving me. Oh, I can do this and I can go off and he can't threaten that no more. He can't threaten and say that he can go off to another promotional company because he ain't getting paid this and that. Now he has to sit fucking back and he has to wait till that contract expires, however long he signed with Bob again, right? He got to sit back and he got to shut the fuck up now. Because he ain't play his card right. But that's what happens when your head gets too big. When your head gets too big, and let's not forget, like I said yesterday, he had a choice to make a much bigger fight than the George Kambosos fight. Everybody was on board, the sanctioning bodies, right? Even the IBF was going to give him an extension, right? To go and fight Devin Haney. Everybody was on board for him to be able to have an undisputed bout with Devin Haney, but he decided he didn't want to do that. So, yeah, it's, bad business move. Thinking that he know more than Bob Arum, right? See, and a lot of people was pointing out to, well, Floyd Mayweather did, this, and that, and he got out of his contract with Bob. And, well, he's not Floyd Mayweather. And you know what? He don't have he's not Floyd Mayweather for one. He don't have an Al Haymon advising him for one. And he don't have a Jay Prince advising him or managing him for one, right? So he don't have the people around him that have the money to make those decisions. And that's where he fucked up at. That's where he fucked up at. Him and his daddy didn't have enough intelligence to make that. They just hopped, first play. Yeah, they fucked up. And then Triller, they gonna learn. Triller jumped in it, right? Listening to Teofimo Lopez daddy and Teofimo Lopez hype him up, right? Making them think, oh, they just sell this big amount of tickets and they can do this and that. Okay. You had what? I guess the Vasil Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, they did about I think it was 3 million watches on ESPN, 4 million watches, something like that, right? Free TV. Most people get ESPN included with their cable package, right? ESPN, cool. That's cool. That's cool. But the fight was promoted very well. And not only was it on free TV, it was also Vasyl Lomachenko that you was fighting. Nobody knew George Kambosos. So Triller, why would you go out there and throw six mil or more into a George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez fight? It makes no sense. Teofimo Lopez had never been on pay-per-view. Teofimo Lopez had never proven that he could sell a ticket, right? I mean, it's different when you fighting on. And I think it was in the pandemic. We didn't even have fans in the crowd, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't even no fans in the crowd for that fight, right? So he never proved that he could sell a ticket. Never been on pay-per-view. If a boxing is coming on after what? I believe it was football games on before that. I might be wrong, but period, if a boxing match that's been promoted that well is coming on free TV, well, you're going to watch it. People are going to watch that shit. People that don't even watch boxing, ain't nothing else on. You're going to watch the shit. Come on now. I mean, make it make sense. And then you go out there and you put all that money on Teofimo Lopez, like, because you hear his daddy coming on fucking YouTube and these different platforms telling you that, hey, Poppy, hey, my son's going to do at least 3 million pay-per-view buys, Poppy. Hey, my son's a star, Poppy. Who the fuck is Devin? Nobody knows Devin Haney, Poppy. My son's a star, Poppy. My son's at least going to do 2 million pay-per-view buys, Poppy. Okay, how you figure? So you listen to him telling you that his son was going to do at least 2 million pay-per-view buys, and you take that and you run with it, and you see dollar signs, and I'm a big dog, everybody. You know what? I'm going to outbid Bob. I'm going to outbid Dazn. I'm a big dog, everybody. I'm going to pay him $6 million. And didn't even think about your return investment. Right? And then you wasn't doing good business anyway. Mike Tyson didn't want to fuck with you. Roy Jones. See, maybe this would have turned out better if they had did good business with Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. Because did they not think that info was going to get out once fighters and, other fighters and legends found out that they wasn't paying, right? That they were still owing Mike Tyson and Roy Jones money? Ain't nobody trying to fuck with you. That word gets around real fast. Mike Tyson has his own podcast that millions of people watch. And Mike Tyson made it clear. Every time he did a podcast, he let everybody know, don't fuck with Triller. He made it clear. That word got around fast. So maybe if you had did good business the first time around, maybe you could have got some other legends, big names on the undercard to carry Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, because that's exactly what they was going to have to do, is carry Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. What they were going to have to do, carry him. So maybe you could have got a big mega name on the undercard to carry them to 1 million pay-per-view buys, or, but didn't do business right. So Teofimo Lopez fucked up. Triller fucked up. And now Eddie Hearn is able to take this fight. He's going to get the fight now. And trust me, Eddie Hearn is going to promote the fight right. He's going to have it on DAZN. And yeah, now Teofimo Lopez has to fight on a whole nother platform, right? That he's not familiar with. He don't get to fight under the top ranked platform, the lights of top rank. He got to go, in foreign territory, right? And with all of this being said, all of this is turning out better for George Kambosos. Now, do I think that George Kambosos can beat Teofimo Lopez? No, I don't. But have we seen upsets in boxing? All the time. So everything is turning out better for George Kambosos. Shit, he ain't got shit to lose. Especially now. And, you know, God don't like ugly. If it wasn't for Teofimo Lopez, this fight would have been happened. Robert Pitt said he think Teo getting fucked over in his new contract for going against Bob. We have to see. We gotta wait in the future and see, because like I said, if he signed a bottom line, he signed a bottom line to where he's just getting a guaranteed every fight, he essentially could be getting fucked, right? Because you don't know how big your ceiling is. You don't know how big your ceiling is. Teofimo go on to knock out George Kambosos and then move up to 140 and beat Josh Taylor, which I don't see happening, right? I don't see him beating Josh Taylor, but if it happens, right, now your ceiling is through the roof. Now whatever you sign for, you might be worth way more than that. But Bob gonna be like, nope, nope, nope. Whatever you work, right? I don't care. That rest of that bread going in my pocket. And that's, you know, I don't feel sorry for him. What's good with it, coach? What's happening with it, coach? He said he took a shot on himself and he still got 3 belts. Yeah, but he's still under contract with Mr. Bob Arum, and Bob Arum is the one who write his paychecks still to this day. So essentially, he took a shot on himself and he didn't, you know what I'm saying? he didn't move. He didn't gain nothing by doing that. He actually lost. But, you know, that's what you do when you try to make business moves without the right business people around you. Right? Drico Bay, what's happening with it? My man Drico off in the building, my brother. He say, Teo made his move too soon. He says he fell for the fame okie doke and tried Bob, and Bob smacked their ass upside their head. It's exactly what happened, Drico. Exactly what happened. You know, when you make business moves like that, you got to be really strategic, and you have to have the right businessmen around you. He was talking about Floyd and what other people. Yeah. Look what happened to Mikey Garcia. Look, Mikey Garcia made a business move to get away from Bob, but it took him a long time. He had to sit out 2 years, go to court. So it ain't as easy as Teofimo Lopez thought it was going to be. And see, you know, y'all forgetting that Teo was running around talking about he was never fighting on Top Rank again, that he was leaving Top Rank. He was done with Top Rank. He was getting out of his contract. Well, that didn't work out too well. That didn't work out too well, you know. They say they split in. What was it again? Let me scroll up my comments and see if I can find it again. They say that they split in 3 mil. Draco, they say they splitting. So Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, they split in 3 mil. Of course, Teofimo Lopez get the bigger share of the bag. So whatever the split was, 70-30, 60-40, I don't know what it was, but they splitting that. So they getting a percentage of the 3 mil. Plus Lopez still got to pay Bob out of that. You dig what I'm saying? Big Snack Pack, what's happening with it? Yeah, and so now, right? And that's a good point that Postman made, right? He did all of that to go around Devin Haney, right? And what do you know? He fighting on Dazn anyway, right? Fighting on Dazn anyway, and making much, much less money than he would have been making if he had to fought Devin Haney with all of the belts on the line. And I'm talking about all of the belts, meaning the real WBC belt, not the franchise, right? So, yeah, that's crazy. You know, I never even thought of that. He, at the end of the day, he's fighting on Dazn, the home, right, of Devin Haney. Anyway, you know what they should do? You know what Eddie Hearn, because, you know, Devin Haney is a free agent, but he still fuck with Eddie Hearn heavy. So what Eddie Hearn should do is he should right? This is what he should do, because now that Eddie Hearn got control of this Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos fight, right? What he should do is he should put them, right, the co-main event to Devin Haney next fight. That's what he should do. If I was Eddie Hearn, that's exactly what I would do. I would put them as the co-main event to Devin Haney, right, next fight. Put them on Devin Haney next fight, the undercard of Devin Haney next fight. Make them the co-main event. Make Devin Haney the main event. See, that's what I would do. Is shake shit up to make a real point. To make a real point. This dude that you don't want to fight, you saying he not worthy of fighting you, all the shit that he said in the past, nobody knows who he is, all of that shit. Well, you got to fight on his undercard. That's what you get for ducking us. That's what I would do. Butter B, salute. What's happening with it? Robert Pitt said, Bob Arum always seeking revenge on anybody who don't go with what he wants to do. A lot of Aaron's decisions are based on his ego. Arum has literally been trying to buck break Bud like a slave. I wouldn't really say that. I just say that that's just how he do business. You know what I'm saying? It's how Aaron gonna do. I'm not gonna say that he trying to buck break Bud like a slave, because if you look at how Aaron do business and then how he been doing business with Bud, is no different than he do business with everybody else, right? It really no different. You know what I'm saying? Why you think everybody that had a problem with Bob Arum, you've had black fighters have a problem with it, Hispanic fighters, all of them, right? So I wouldn't really say that. I just say that's just how he do business. And if you know how Bud does, if you know how Bob Arum do business and you sign with him, that's on you. You did? And y'all smash on my like button. Make sure that y'all smash the like button. Todd Swindle, what's happening? Witty, off in the building. Nard Fader Company said 1.5 instead of 10 million. What's happening with it? KG off in the building. What's good with it, KG? And y'all smash on my like button. So the least thing y'all can do is smash the like button. Smash the like button. And if y'all want to support the channel and help the channel grow, the Cash App is on there, and Super Chat. If y'all want to support the channel and help the channel grow. Let me see what else y'all talking about. DP Rocket, what's happening with it? Daryl Deloach, what's good with it? Knockout say that would be classic. Put Teofimo versus Kambosos as a co-main event on Devin Haney card. Man, I'm telling you, shake up shit. Shake up shit. And you know why that shit would sell? That would sell just because people will want to see who gonna outperform who, right? Who on here wouldn't pay a monthly subscription, right? Maybe if it's only for that month on Dazn, just to watch that card. Eddie Hearn then put Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos on the undercard or Devin Haney. Everybody want to see who gonna outperform who gonna show out. That's a statement right there. Robert Pitt says Arum not trying to buck break Fury or Loma. Well, Loma ain't making that much. You know what I'm saying? Loma, he getting, he making cool money. He ain't making no outrageous bread. He said he tried to every black fighter mainly. He said, I do agree with you that they made their decision to sign with his ass though. As far as Fury, they fucked up. See, this is the thing with Fury, right? They signed when Bob Arum went and got Fury, right? And he signed Fury to that contract, whatever contract he signed Fury to. Y'all got to remember, That was after the first Wilder Fury fight. You see what I'm saying? And they signed Fury because solely for the Wilder Fury fight 2 and, so on, right? Because they wanted that fight on Top Rank, or they wanted to be a part of that fight because they saw how big the first fight between Deontay Wilder and Fury was. They saw the demand for the second fight from the fans. So they went out there and they signed Fury real fast without doing their research and realizing, well, maybe Fury only can sell is because it's Deontay Wilder. And so, yeah, now when Bob says, I'm in the red with Tyson Fury, of course you're in the red. Because the only time you only able to make money off of Tyson Fury if his name is pitted with Deontay Wilder. Other than that, you can't trust Fury to get in the ring. And the Rudy Poot-ass opponents that he was fighting on Top Rank that wasn't named Deontay Wilder, how the fuck you thought you was going to make money off of that? Nobody wanted to see that. Nobody wanted to see Fury against Otto Weiland. At the time, nobody knew who Otto Weiland was. And then nobody wanted to see no fucking Fury versus Arnold Schwarzenegger or Tom Schwarzenegger or whatever the fuck his name was. Ain't nobody want to see that shit. So that's why he's in the red with Fury, because he tried to jump and make a move thinking that Fury was a star just off of what he did from the first Deontay Wilder fight, not realizing that that fight sold because people wanted to see Deontay Wilder. And people hated Deontay Wilder and wanted to see somebody beat Deontay Wilder. It ain't had shit to do with Fury. So, now he's pretty much stuck. You got to understand, Fury signed that contract before the first Wilder and Fury. I mean, before the second Wilder Fury fight, before all of that shit. So he's stuck. Yeah, he in the red. He did fucked up business. So it is what it is with that, I just really more so. But now, if you want to say that if he has a European fighter, right, he gonna go to promote them more. Oh yeah. Now, if that's what we want to talk about, if he has a good European fighter versus a really good black fighter, well, we all see that Bob is gonna put more into promoting that European fighter or the Mexican fighter. Now that he will do. As far as business, as far as the money, he doing the same type of business down the board. Smooth Groove Boxing 86 TV off in the building. What it do, Smooth Groove? What's happening with it? Let me see. So, that's just what that, what I'm saying? That's just what all that is. But let's move forward. Let's move forward. Because like I said, I ain't gonna be on here too long today. I know we all want to get to the press conference, the Wilder and Fury press conference, as well as I do. Now, check this out. So I'm listening, watching my man Blue Blood Sports TV, and and I'm watching Bob Arum. And Bob Arum, he says that Terence Bud Crawford needs to stay a free agent. He says Terence Bud Crawford needs to become stay a free agent, right? He says that Bud needs to be able to be free to move around and take the best fights possible on whatever platform it may be. This is what Bob Arum is saying. So this is the same thing that I've said, that a lot of people have said, but Terence Crawford has never said it himself out of his own mouth. So it took Bob Arum to come out and say Terence Crawford needs to be a free agent. He needs to be able to make moves that's fit for him, right, on whatever platform it is, so he can make the big fights happen. Right. So Bob said, yeah, he needs to be a free agent. He needs to be able to make the moves that's fit for him. according to, what fight is out there at the time. So he says, so they ask him basically, is he going to re-sign back with you? And he says, well, I look at it like this. If I can bring him to a table, a lucrative opportunity, like a lucrative fight, well, yeah, he'll sign with me for that fight, or, for the next 2 fights or whatever. So listen to that shit. And that was very interesting to me, right? That was very interesting to me because Bob Arum was saying it, but we still haven't heard Terence Crawford say nothing like that. So I read in between the lines, right? So, right, with all of that being said, Bob Arum still said, if I can bring him a fight to the table, right, where I can give him a lucrative fight, a good fight, well, then he'll sign back with me. So that lets you know that Bob is confident that he can pretty much pull Crawford any way he wanted to pull him, right? He can pull Crawford anyway. So he's letting Crawford know, right? But he's doing it in a very, very smart way. Y'all gotta understand, Bob Arum is very smart, right? He's a lawyer and he has a whole lot of fucking sense. So he's telling Terence Crawford at the same time, look, if you want to, you can go out there and try to make these fights on your own and be a free agent if you think that these other guys are going to, be willing to fight you. Or you can come over here. I'll make you another lucrative fight. I'll get you another big fight. You can trust me to get you another big fight, and you can sign another fight deal or a 2-fight deal with me. That's what he's saying. That's what he's telling y'all. So he's essentially telling y'all that, well, I'm going to, after this Terence Crawford fight, right? Because he probably already locked in, right? Okay, I got you the big fight with Terence Crawford. I mean with Sean Porter, right? Got you a big fight with Sean Porter. Behind the scenes, he probably already locked in for another fight or 2 because he got him a fight with Sean Porter, right? So he's telling them, hey, I got you this Sean Porter fight. You see what I could do? These guys don't want to fight you. That's what he's telling them. Let me go ahead and get you another big fight. We can get you Josh Taylor. That's cool that's cool with Bud. Bud ain't gonna become no free agent and move on his own. I almost know that for a fact because one thing I do know is he's not gonna sign with Al. He's not gonna sign with Al. So if he ain't signing with Al, why would he try to go on his own? And because all the fighters are over there with Al. So what you're gonna see Bud do after Sean Porter, if he gets past Sean Porter, he's most likely to, like I said, stay with Top Rank, and they might put on a big fight between him and Josh Taylor. How big is the fight between Terence Crawford and Josh Taylor? If it's in the U.S., it's a normal, regular fight. No bigger than Terence Crawford versus Amir Khan, right? In the U.S. Now, Josh Taylor don't have a big name in the U.S. Now, if they really want to do some big business, they can have Bud and Josh Taylor in the UK. But with Terence Crawford's ego, is he going to go to the UK and defend his title against Josh Taylor in the UK? I doubt it. Do you see Top Rank going over to the UK and promoting a big card with Bud Crawford and Josh Taylor in the UK? I doubt it. You see what I'm saying? So what I think where this is going, I don't think that he is going nowhere. He's not leaving Top Rank. Yeah, Bob Arum is saying, hey, he should become a free agent. I mean, if he can get a lucrative fight from any other promotion, go over there and take the fight. But if I'm able to give him a big fight, he can sign back with me for however long it may be. Yeah, he's letting you know right now. He's letting you know right now that, and I'm letting you know that that's what he's going to do. And they're going to tell you that. And so what's going to happen is they're going to tell you that Bud Crawford is on a fight-to-fight basis with Top Rank. But we all know how Top Rank move. If Bob Arum gets you a big fight and you got that strap around your waist, which is a title fight, then you automatically signing another 2-year contract with Bob, right? That's just how he moves. We've heard it time and time again. That's how he moves. And Bud ain't getting no younger. He's not getting no younger. He's 34, be 35 next year. And I mean, he can look at it like this. He probably gonna look at it like this, like, why am I gonna go to a whole nother promotional company, you know, to foreign territories, start all over basically. And, you know, I'm not gonna say the end of my career, but I'm at the latter half of my career, right? I'm more towards the end of my career than the front of my career. You know, he got what? Bud is 34 right now. He probably got, let me see, maybe 2 more years left in his prime. 2 more years left in his prime, you know, give or take a year. I mean, not give, you know, give a year at the most. 2-3 more years left in his prime, give or take a year. And so, what you think? Bob knows how to outsmart all of them. Bob know how to outsmart. You got to understand, and that's no knock on Bud, because Bob should know how to outsmart all of them, because at the end of the day, Bob been in this thing for 60 some years. You know what I'm saying? Bob been doing this thing for 60 plus years. So of course he gonna know how to talk to Bud and them. He gonna know how to, you know, sway them whatever way he want to sway them. And plus, now I went in my bag and I paid you when I'm in the red with you. I gave you the money that you wanted to fight Sean Porter, and you gonna leave me? Nah, because you too loyal to leave me. But look at all this stuff I've done for you. I got you out of a messed up contract before when you owed your old promoter. I'm still paying your old promoter for you. And you gonna leave me? Nah, you ain't gonna leave me. I already got you hating. I already got you feeling some type of way. Y'all don't know what I know. But like I said, I already got you feeling some type of way against Al Heyman. I got you feeling some type of way against Al Heyman. You don't like Al Heyman, right? You don't want to do no business with Al Heyman on your own. So where you gonna go? You ain't gonna leave me. Todd Swindle says Bud team isn't bright enough to do the free agent thing. Hey, well, maybe that's what Bob Arum, when Bob Arum was speaking those words that he spoke yesterday, maybe that's what he thinks in his head also. You know, I know how they do business. I know the business people that Bud has around him. They can't go off on their own and be free agents. They don't have the business savvy to do that. They need me. So, you know, I wish nothing for the best for Bud. I'm rooting for Bud. Like I said, with the Sean Porter fight, I want to see him beat Sean Porter. I don't want to see him beat Sean Porter by knockout, though. I don't think he's going to beat Sean Porter by knockout. I'm definitely rooting for Bud, but at the end of the day, if you're not doing no business with PBC and you want to stay over there on Top Rank, I don't want to hear you crying. I don't want to hear you talking about nobody ducking you. I don't want to hear you talking about Errol Spence, nothing. I want you to keep his name out your mouth unless he decides that he wants to do business with Top Rank and he wants to give you a 50-50 split or whatever it may be, right? And him along with Al Heyman decide, Other than that, I don't want to hear nothing out of his mouth because he had the choice to become a real free agent, go do business with Al Heyman, and he knows how business is done, what it is. So that's just how I feel about the situation. And like I said, y'all smash on my like button, smash on the like button. Macadon 1, salute. PLG Ski, what's happening with it? Bobby, I can't pronounce your last name. So I ain't even gonna mess up your last name, but he say, will Porter versus Crawford be a pay-per-view million seller? No, absolutely not. It's not gonna sell no million. I think if lucky, it'll do 300,000. If lucky, but we gotta see. LA Music Sound, California, salute. Let me see who else in here. Mo, salute. Calvin Johnson, what's happening with it? Lil Flex Lewis, what's good with it? Nard Fader Company, what's happening with it? So, Bob is, you can't, when you don't have the right business minds around you, you can't try to go to war with Bob and outsmart Bob because he's gonna get you intellectually. He's gonna be able to talk to you and get in your head and make you believe whatever he wants you to believe, and he's gonna beat you business-wise, whatever way you want to take it, right? So yeah. My man Batman said Jake Paul's the only active boxer that do 1 million pay-per-view buys. Right now, yeah. Right now, you right. He right. Batman right about that. I think that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, I think they'll do very, very good pay-per-view numbers, right? And y'all got to factor in that the UK cannot travel to the fight, right? Y'all got to factor that in. So I know they don't count the UK numbers, but imagine how big, I don't know how they doing the split, but imagine how big the UK pay-per-view numbers are going to be for Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. I believe they putting it on. I believe that's on pay-per-view in the UK too. They gonna do millions of pay-per-view buys in the UK for the Tyson Fury and Wilder because they can't travel to the fight. Now what I was saying is I believe that if Tyson Fury and Wilder fight had never been canceled the first time around, I think that the fight would have did 1 million pay-per-view buys. I really do. I think that this fight would have, and it still could. It still could. Lately they've been promoting it pretty good. It's been promoted pretty good. So it still could do 1 million pay-per-view buys. I don't know. We're gonna see. I think that it at least Tyson Fury and Wilder, at least just in the US, I think they at least do 750,000, 800K. That's big pay-per-view buys in the US now. You know what I'm saying? With all of the streaming that you got going on, I think at least do 750K maybe. PLG Ski says in the UK the pay-per-view is $20 a pop, and it's gonna do big numbers in the UK. Now, I believe probably Tyson Fury will probably get the UK pay-per-view buys. I believe that Tyson Fury will probably get the UK pay-per-view buys. John Kramer says, I bet any amount of money that Bomac got a side deal with Bob Arum. Well, and that's another reason why you won't be seeing Terence Crawford leave Top Rank, right? Because Bomac, right? And I'm going to tell y'all something else, right? If Bob Arum had any, right? If Bob Arum had any thought, right? if he had any thought that Bud was going to leave Top Rank, Bob Arum would have never put down that bag for the Bud and Sean Porter fight. Think about that. Y'all need to think about that. Bob know what we don't know. If Bob ever for 1 second thought that Bud was going to leave Top Rank, Bob Arum would have never put up, and trust me, he had to put up a lot of money for the Bud Crawford fight and Sean Porter, because he said it himself. He said, we was able to get the deal done. He said, I gave both fighters a lot of money, what they were asking for. Right? We know Sean Porter wasn't going to fight Bud for no pennies, and we know Bud Crawford, he wasn't going to fight for no pennies. So both of them are getting what they asked for. Bob Arum put up the money to get the fight done. So if Bob Arum had any thought, if he didn't, basically, I'm going to say like this. If Bob Arum didn't already basically know that Bud was going to stay with him, he would have never put up that bag. Because why? Why would I, put up that bag and show you that I can make big fights for you and do good business for you with you if I think that you're just going to leave anyway? Nah. So that lets y'all know, if anybody's thinking right now what's going to happen with Bud after this Sean Porter fight, that lets y'all know right now that Bud ain't going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. And Bud has it in his head already that the reason the Errol Spence fight is not happening, right, is because of Errol Spence and PBC, not because of Bob Arum. But I don't know why he ain't never asked himself, well, Bob Arum ain't never gave Errol Spence no lucrative offer that he couldn't turn down. And I bet you that Bud ain't never went to Bob and say, hey, won't you send over Errol Spence, such and such amount of money to make the fight happen? So, Bud gonna think what he think in his head. That's he a man. I can't tell that man how to think and how to move. But what I can do is I know that I don't want to hear him complaining, right? Once he stayed with Top Rank, I don't want to hear him complain about him not being able to get certain fights and these fighters not wanting to fight him, because he know what it is. He know how these promoters move, and he know how they do business. Now, it's very possible for Bud to lose to Sean Porter. Everybody is just, writing this shit like it's set in stone. You dig what I'm saying? That Bud already went out there and he already ran through Sean Porter, and that shit is said and done. He still got to go out there and beat Sean Porter. Now, I edge him over Sean Porter. Edge him, meaning it's going to be a very tough fight for both fighters. I edge him on the scorecards, but that shit ain't no fucking fact. Like, that's not a fact. He might go and lose to Sean Porter. We still ain't seen him in there with that type of competition. And it's no knock to Bud Crawford at all. It's just, I'm not going to shit on Sean Porter and act like some of y'all do. Act like Sean Porter is some shit. Because Sean Porter can fight. And ain't nobody beating Sean Porter easy. And ain't now one of them niggas stopping Sean Porter. I keep trying to tell y'all. BFTV, my bro, in the building. You already know what it do. If y'all ain't sub to my brother BFTB Boxing, y'all go sub to BFTB Boxing. If you ain't laughed and you sitting around biting fucking blood out your lip and you mad about something, well, you need to sub to BFTB Boxing. Because he gonna make your fucking ribs hurt. He gonna have your ribs hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think BFTV even got a chance to cook on Andy Ruiz yet. If y'all thought I had y'all crying yesterday cooking on Andy Ruiz, wait till BFTV Boxing get on Andy Ruiz's head. Wait till my brother BFTV get on Andy Ruiz's head. You know what I'm saying? He gonna put him in the coffin. And if you think you got something to say, he always gonna give you a link. You can click that link, right? And if you think you're tough, you're gonna learn today. If you think you're tough, you're gonna learn today. Oh, yeah. BFTV say, nope, he didn't get him yet. So I'm telling y'all, so if you're not a sub to BFTV, make sure that you sub, because you don't want to miss when he get, hey, you don't want to miss that cooking for real. When he get to cooking on Andrew Wee's ass, literally, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to miss that shit. But yeah, John Kramer said Bomac is one who got Bud to sign back with Bob. I think he had some incentive to get the contract. Oh man, hell yeah, he did. If y'all don't remember, Bomac was going on everybody's platform bragging about the $4 million guarantee that Terence Crawford was getting. Now, I'm saying that to say this. If you go back and look at some of the videos when Bomac was going from platform to platform bragging, Bomac was a lot more excited and happier than Terence Crawford was. Now, you could say, you know, I'm happy that for my fighter. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's like my son. I'm happy for him. And it could have been that. But we seen Bomac sign, you know, the rest of his fighters to Top Rank. We seen Bomac doing big commentary on Top Rank. So when people say that Bomac has a very invested interest in Top Rank, right? It only make a whole lot of sense. He got the, you know, most of the rest of his fighters fighting on Top Rank, if not all of them. He do commentary on Top Rank. So yeah, it's right there, all in-house. Bomac ain't leaving Top Rank no time soon. So what make you think Bud Crawford? What make you think Bud leaving Top Rank? And like I said, if you want to know and you on the fence and you wondering what Bud is gonna do, all you got to do once again is ask yourself: would Bob Arum had a win in his pockets? It made the Sean Porter and Terence Crawford fight put up all the money that he put up to make that fight happen. If Bud was just gonna leave him after that, I think not. It ain't happening. That's y'all answer. So anybody wondering, right? I'm giving y'all an answer. He's not going nowhere. And I know for a fact how he feels about Al Haymon, right? And it's not positive. And so if anybody think that Bud Crawford is going to become a free agent and do some business with Al Haymon, it ain't happening. And you could bet your bottom dollar on that. Real talk. So, and y'all smash on my like, but y'all smash on the like button. Nitty G, what's happening with it? Butter B, what's good with it? John Kramer. I already got John. But so yeah, you know, I mean, no knock to Bud. Like I said, I wish Bud the best. I just don't wish him to knock out Sean Porter. Right? If he beat Sean Porter, cool. I'm more than cool with it. But I want him to beat Sean Porter by decision, not by knockout. I got money on that. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, I don't have no dislike towards Bud at all. It's just that, you know, I don't want to hear him complaining about shit or no other fighters. If he plan on, you know, which it looks like he planned on not fucking with Al Haymon on his own, unless he got Bud, you know. I mean, unless he got Bob doing the business, well, you can't do no complaining. That's all I'm saying. And salute to my man Wilson off in the Cash App. What's happening with it? I appreciate you coming through, showing love and support. He says, there you go, talking that boxing again. You already know. And salute to you, Wilson. Appreciate you. And y'all hit that like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Get the likes up if you ain't hit the like button yet. Let me see where we at in time. Where we at in time? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what we got going on. Let me see. Okay. The press conference, they ain't started up yet. Ain't nobody came to the stage yet. So, I'm keeping, because we're going to end it. We're going to end this in a timely manner so everybody can watch the press conference, but ain't nothing going on. Ain't nobody on the stage yet. So the press conference have not started yet. But my thing is, with all of that being said, we pretty much know that Bud is going to continue to stay right there and do business with Top Rank. Do we ever get the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight? Does that fight ever go down? Do it happen? That's really, because in order for that to happen, we pretty much know that PBC is going to have to do business with Top Rank. Top Rank going to have to do business with PBC, and that's what it's going to be. Now, if Terence Crawford beats Sean Porter, he makes it a 60-40 split, right? They go back to the original offer that Errol Spence gave, and I'm pretty sure it'd be, 60-40. I believe that if Errol Spence was able to go through with the Manny Pacquiao fight and he had to beat Manny Pacquiao, it definitely would have been a 70-30, at least. A 70-30 split at least, definitely. But that didn't turn out, that didn't turn out. That didn't happen, right? So say Errol Spence, he goes and, fights Yordenis Ugas. I'm just saying, I don't know what's going to happen. Say he beats Yordenis Ugas and then it's nobody left but Bud. Well, and he say, okay, well, 60-40 split. Errol Spence's name ain't no bigger than it was before he got hurt, at that point in time, because Yordenis Ugas don't have a big name in the U.S., right? And so it's still at a 60-40 split. Does Terence Crawford take that 60-40 split? That's the only really question y'all have to ask. So y'all don't have to no longer ask yourself if Terence Crawford going to stay or leave Top Rank. That's the next question. Does Terence Crawford, right, come up off of that 50-50 talk, and does he take the 60-40 split? So we're going to leave that at that. Now, before this press conference start and I end the show, if y'all haven't seen, and I really don't even want to elaborate on it too much, because like Deontay Wilder said, it ain't going to be no factor because I'm knocking his ass out. But I still want to, bring it up, is that for the Wilder and Fury event, they done made a last-minute switch to the referee. Like, they've switched the ref, right? It was supposed to be Mike Ortega, and they've switched the ref. And the ref that they have now, forgot his name. If somebody could give me his name in the chat, somebody could give me the ref that's going to be reffing the Wilder Fury 3 fight in the chat. I forgot his name right off the rip, right? But they switched him, and now the referee that they have reffing this fight, right, is a ref that has a whole rap sheet of fuck-ups. He even got suspended before. Russ Mora. Yeah, Russell Mora. That's his name. The referee, Russell Mora, who is now going to be reffing this fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, is a ref that's been suspended before. I mean, a ref that basically, if you go back to the Abner Mares-Abeko fight, he basically, it was no low blows. Low blows didn't count in that fight, right? He was suspended for that shit because, it was horrible. If you go back and watch the fight, he wouldn't, low blows didn't exist in that fight. All type of shit was going on. So he's been suspended. He's had a history in a rap sheet of dirty work, dirty refereeing. So they switched him to be the ref. So that's something, that you might want to keep in mind. Why did they make a last minute change? I don't understand why they made a last minute change to the referee. Don't make no sense if you already had the referee already in place, right? You already had Mike Ortega already ready to go. He was already in place, and then you switched the ref. I don't understand why. But I don't think it's going to be a factor in the fight, but it's just something to, that people need to know. It's something that people need to know. And why, if you're changing, and why pick this ref? This is the same ref that actually ref the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Yordenis Ugas. So he didn't have no problems in the Manny Pacquiao and Yordenis Ugas fight. Everything was on the up and up when he reffed that fight. So hopefully, it's the same for this Wilder and Fury fight. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's the same for that fight. He said, Bud ain't no boogeyman. Who said Bud was a boogeyman? I must have missed something in the comment section. Macho Marco says, Porter is going to hit the canvas. He might get stopped. Spence won't fight boogeyman, but okay, yeah. Yeah, you tripping on all of that. But like I said, I mean, if that's what you want to think, that's you. I mean, hey, you think what you want to think, man. But that's something to, to look at. Now, with all of that being said, I'm about to chunk the deuces. I won't be on tomorrow. When I do get to Vegas, I'm gonna try to go live and give y'all some content when I do get out in Vegas. Make sure that y'all hit my like button. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love and support. And y'all already know how it is. We only got a couple days left. We only got 3 more days left. Y'all already know what it is. Hit my like button. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone. We going over to watch this press conference between Tyson Fury and Wilder. Let's get it. Bomb squad all day.